Hello all. Before we begin the video, let's discuss CloudFoundation. CloudFoundation is the premier online training platform to help individuals and organizations gain knowledge and skills in the ever-growing cloud computing industry.
Okay, so this is something which was, I think, introduced in last year release. Yeah, and then we have this log level. How you want to capture the logs in Netflix. If you select debug, it will capture all the logs, debug, audit, error and everything. If you select error, it will capture only the error log and then, similarly, you have audit and all that option right, and then execute. As a rule should always be admin, because what happens? Let's say you can begin select any role. It will be scripted. We'll try to execute at that role. But every role has certain limitations. Let's say, if I have an AP clerk role, I will not have access to fail side of record. If I'm an AR accountant role, I won't have access to the AP side of what the procurement side of the court. So what happens if they try, if you're in the script, if you're trying to access any record for which your role does not have permission? Then it will give an error. You won't be able to analyze the insufficient privilege error you will get right. So the best is always the best practices to execute it as the admin. Now, under the audience section, we have all the additional information, or additional, I could say, could be a filtering section, right? If you want to apply the script only to a particular set of roles, you can select from here, but by default any script you deploy. We select all the roles, all the employees, all the partners, all subsidiaries, everything. Unless there's a specific criteria that you have to run the script only for the subsidiary or only for this department and all. In that case, you will select the right filters accordingly. Otherwise, by default, you have to select all of them. Okay, sure, then we just save this record. So as soon as you save it, the script is created. It was deployed to the sales order record customer record, not an applied to customer record script is there. Script is there. Now we can go ahead and try to test this. Now let's say, if I try, go ahead, list relationship, customers, and if I try to create a new customer. See, the phone number is defaulted to this value, and if you see, I don't think we have any log as of now. We did not add any log in the before load section. If you want, let me put one small log here so that we know that. We know that you can see that in the log also. Okay. First thing, first time only, we have to, go ahead and create the script and deployment everything. If you are making any changes in the script, you can just copy-paste the code and paste it here unless you are using some ID which is directly. Links are connected to Netsuite. If you're using Eclipse and all, you can directly, as soon as you save the changes, it will be saved to NetSuite. All that option is there. But since I'm using Notepad, I'm just copying the script and make it when you're replacing the changes here or moving the changes here by a manual edit and save. Now again, if I refresh this record and you will see you have a log here, right? So you go debug log. The script execution has started. That is how it shows. You have the title, you have the date time, the user who is, running this, and if there are any other details here. So you can see the default value right, which is the phone number. Now, what was our then? Our before submit function. What we were doing? We were checking. If the category is missing, then it will throw an error. So let's say category. We have this category, right? It's a list type, list of value. Let's say, if I don't put any value, and if there is, what is the mandatory field? Let's put the subsidiary here. Phone number and email. Let's put XYZ at the range. Ziscom. It is a company. Sorry, customer category web address does not matter. All that is fine, yeah? So when I try to save the record, okay. So now, this is a classic example of something we missed. It says, reference error. This keyword error is not defined, and it is telling us the line number also. So line number 22. I go back to my screen, so we are using error module, but we have not defined it here in /arrow. And then, this early as, I will call it as arrow. There are options available. You can do it through GitHub. You can link this through GitHub, and then anytime you can deploy or changes directly to GitHub. All these options are there, but native thing is this only. Okay, I entered this field value subsidiary. I selected this. That's it, right? Okay, now I try to save it as categories. Missing category. Message, please enter a category. What was the name? I use company. I have that customer, all that information. Let's see if I select category as a pure and then primary subsidiary as your correct right. Okay, now where is the sales rep? Sorry, I have to enter sales rep also. Under sales section. The relationship communication financial. Where is the sales rep field? They have a lot of changes here. Yeah, sales representative, right? What is the name of the field? Okay, this is a custom field, so I better use this one. Instead of sales rep, I will use the get value. If the value is their sales representative is nothing, then we'll create a phone call for this field. Okay, so what we are doing here, and after submit, we are setting
And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.